Hello everybody, welcome back to a personally recorded Let's Play by yours truly. You have a old favorite of mine on the Nintendo GameCube, Mario Kart Double Dash.
Yeah, and if my end comes out extremely glitchy, blame the internet!
Jeez, that's a big fish.
Damn, that's a big
lot
fish.
I should have put that joke in there, you know, from that Godzilla movie. That's a lot of fish. Just thought of that. Yeah, so anyway, well, it's a bit. I have to sort of admit something here. I mean, I was gonna use the special cart that you can unlock, and I have to admit there are a few things I did sort of cheat to unlock, but other than that, most of the game I've cleared on my own. I only use the action replay to unlock really hard stuff. Other than that, this is completely without action replay whatsoever. So don't go getting all hyped up about that.
Well, I don't blame you though. I mean, it's really hard to get all the stuff in this game.
Why do I know it? I unlocked everything through hard work. Nearly drove myself crazy getting the final card. Then again, this was my first racer I ever owned.
Let me see. I actually got into the Mario Kart series by playing Mario Kart 64 that my brother had a copy of. So anyway, we're playing the All-Cup Tour. I'm playing as Mario and Toad. I just, for some reason... Originally, I was going to use Bowser and Mario in the special cart, but unfortunately it just wasn't working out because I was working out some bugs with the recording process. So I just decided, you know, go with Mario in his normal cart and have Toad along the way. And in case you're wondering what I'm trying to do here is, I'm trying this little speed boost thing you can do when you start each round. It took me a few tries to finally get it right, but anyway, I catch up pretty fast.
Oh,
watch out for that chain chomp.
Ah! Someone don't think I don't box off.
You know what's funny is if you almost, it's pretty obvious which are fake because they're red and the real ones are blue.
Yeah.
Alright.
Unless you somehow easily get
Don't
them
worry,
in
don't get any
between
blue shots.
normal item boxes.
Yeah.
Well, like I was trying to... Can you guys hear me? Because I'm pretty
Yeah, I
sure
can
my
hear
end is
you,
coming out
yes.
really glitchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a feeling. Well, what I was trying to say before is, Keith, how exactly do you do the startup? Like, how do you do the startup boost? Because I know in every Mario Kart game it's different.
Well, it's basically, it depends on the countdown. I think you're supposed to hit the A button just as it says go, and then if you get your timing just right, you'll get a boost. I actually did successfully get it. It took me a few tries, but it's basically timing.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just timing, basically. You gotta do it just at the... I think when it hits 1, just between 1 and go. That's when you get it.
Well, I know we're almost done with this lap in Luigi Circuit, but let me tell y'all, this is one of my favorite tracks in this whole game, aside from Baby Park. I don't know what it is. It could be because of the music. I love the music in this game. It's so chaotic and fruity.
Yeah, and actually... Here's one thing I gotta mention is this is like, you know, one of like the few rare GameCube games that use the LAN adapter.
The what?
Two items in this game.
There was actually apparently some kind of link up to the internet for the game.
Yeah, that's what I mean though.
I remember that thing.
It's the LAN adapter accessory.
Yeah, what exactly does the LAN adapter do? Is it for online play? Do you get special unlockables?
You have 8-way multiplayer.
Oh, online multiplayer.
Yeah, something like that. I never had it, so I don't know what it really is.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, by the way, I've also noticed something. Sorry to interrupt you, Stone, but I've also, well, it's pretty obvious, but sometimes you gotta look closer, but I've noticed that in the Mario Kart series, they almost always seem to tie into the current main series. Like the 64 version was tied into Super Mario 64. This is tied into Super Mario Sunshine, and then I guess Mario Kart Wii is tied into the current new Super Mario Brothers.
I see. Okay, so anyway, shoot, I have no idea if I have no idea if my end is coming out as well.
It's a Brachiosaur.
I've never seen one with a horn on its head before.
Well, I think they just made that part up, but yeah, it does look like a real dinosaur. Like the front legs are much longer, just like a real Brachiosaur.
Yeah. You know, when I actually heard about a ramp shortcut in this game when I was younger, I tried it, and I didn't realize I needed a mushroom.
Ah.
Boy, you can probably tell how stupid I felt after that. I mean, who?
Yeah, I got also, whenever I play this game with my brother, well, sadly he's autistic, he always comes in last place. He doesn't realize that you gotta hold the A button down to give your car gas, but still, it's a fun game nonetheless.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't really take that long to figure out.
I used to play this a lot with my siblings.
This actually is a fun... Okay, there is a major difference between Mario Kart being a party game and a racing game. This is purely a party game. And I can say this because I can say this Mario Kart doesn't really, it emphasizes on you being in last place by you getting all the best items in last place, and it's really unbalanced. Whereas if you're in first place, you're actually punished for being in first place by getting all these items knocked out of you. Blue shell, aim for the first player.
I think it's because you're so ahead that you don't get better items, because it's to give you a bit of an advantage, like to catch up. Like in the current Mario Kart Wii, you get to turn into a bullet bill and you get to catch up really fast. Whereas when you're in first place, your items are sort of scaled back, I could say. I think it's kind of fair when you think about it.
It's not all that fair. It's, again, like I said, it puts more emphasis on you being in last place than first place. Because you don't get the best items when you're in first place.
Well, that's what I'm just saying. You gotta earn your right to first place, and then you gotta keep your driving skills up to keep it. Yep. Whereas when you're in last place, well, you're so far behind, you need all the advantages you can get.
Right. But the thing is, I don't think this game does it as much. But in later games like Mario Kart DS, Mario Kart Wii, and Mario Kart 7, there are a lot of times where the player will be immediately punished, and by the time, I guess around the third lap, they'll get hit by a blue shell, a red shell, thunder.
Blue shells are the bane of my existence in the Mario Kart games. Period.
Yeah. What about those bloopers that appear in Mario Kart Wii and squirt ink at you?
Well, the bloopers I have no problem with, but honestly, like I said, sometimes the power-ups can get a little too overpowered, and you'll end up losing your first place to immediately end up in 5th place. And that's not a rare occurrence. I've actually heard of stories where people have literally lost tournaments because of these items. Blue shell being the one that's banned in tournaments.
Hey, is this Isle Delfino?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I just said. You know, it's a tie-in to Super Mario Sunshine. Well, you'll see at the very end. So don't be a stranger, Sam. What's your thoughts so far on this game?
A game that not everyone liked.
What do you mean?
Okay, whenever I got that, I only boosted after I got one I only waited after that, then boosted again. Now I just spam the living tar out of that thing.
So Sam, what's your thoughts on this game?
To be honest, the first Mario Kart game I actually played was the original Super Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo. And I used to go over to my Uncle Harley's house back when he was in college, and I played it all the time with him and my two brothers, Zach and Jared, and we were even up past midnight. He came down the basement and he asked, "What the hell are you doing down here? We're playing your games." And he's like, "Oh, okay," and then he just joined in and played with us. And then we got to Mario Kart 64, and funny thing is my dad actually played that with us, and then eventually we got Mario Kart Super Circuit, then this game. We have every game except number 7, just because I don't play portable game systems anymore.
Yeah, I really have no intention to get Mario Kart 7, mostly because I don't play racing games on the handhelds very well.
I mean, I think I play racing games more than any other genre of video games, but I don't think I'm gonna get 7, because like I said, I don't play portable games anymore.
I used to have Mario Kart 7 until I lost my 3DS.
So if anybody out there has Ben's 3DS, would you please return it?
What?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was just that just reminds me. You were talking about the original Super Mario Kart. You remember the old Sega Genesis commercials? There was this one where they have an old van with a TV strapped to it, and they're showing Super Mario Kart.
Oh, you mean the one that has a really wrong comparison? Again,
yeah.
I think that's great marketing. But when you really come down to it, Super Nintendo is better than the Sega Genesis in some categories. Like if we're talking about musical capabilities, yeah, Super Nintendo outdoes Genesis. Blast processing, which is apparently
my favorite.
Yeah, there we go.
Yay, Baby Park!
I like.
Oh man,
this is something I've noticed.
I started this.
You ever notice that when you play the you always start on Luigi's Circuit, you always end on Star Road, but everything else is totally random.
I swear, this is my favorite track in the game.
Basically, you're just running a few laps, but you know what's funny is when you're catching up with people who are way behind and you're just running laps around them.
Oh, I just thought of something. Since this is Baby Park and since this is Baby
You're gonna
Park,
say it, aren't you, Sam?
Since this is Baby Park and babies wear diapers, it's time to lick some poo-poo.
Yeah, that's Sam's new catchphrase, by the way.
Hands down, this is the most chaotic track in the whole game.
Yeah, well, it's also the simplest track when you think about it. You're just basically running 7 laps.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a really thin, pain reliever from Advil.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah. So you're saying this is like the Tylenol of Mario Kart.
Well,
I
guess since Sam talked about his memories of Mario Kart, I have no idea if anyone can hear this, but I'm trying. Anyway, I guess my first Mario Kart game has to be Mario Kart Super Circuit. Yeah, my first Mario
you mean for the Game Boy Advance?
Yeah.
You should see the commercials for those. Those are really funny. In fact, I remember one, there's 4 people playing. I think they're like seniors playing it. One of them uses his spectacles to set a guy's crotch on fire.
He's using...
where he's laughing, he's in first. Someone ends up lighting him on fire. It's like, oh!
Yeah.
I swear, I think I've seen Katie Prawn in every game after Sunshine.
Well, pretty much. At this point, yes.
Although King Boo only shows up in certain titles afterwards.
Yeah, but continuing what I was saying, provided in the aftermath, well, provided when this gets uploaded, I'm pretty sure no one's gonna hear a single word I'm saying, so it'll just be cut out with random subtitles with whatever it is I'm trying to say. But
yeah,
again, my first memories were with Mario Kart Super Circuit, but then I ended up buying Mario Kart Double Dash, and let me tell you, I sucked at Mario Kart Double Dash. I was not the best player in this game. I really could not get far into this game. I suck.
Well, it's pretty hard. Well, trust me, when you go up into the higher CC levels, that's when it gets harder.
I always play on 150cc because I like it to be as fast as it can be. I absolutely hate 50cc for how simple and slow it is.
Well, that's what I'm playing, and that's what I know.
One downfall for me with Super Circuit and Double Dash, the controls can be a little slippery, if you know what I mean. I don't know what it is, but they fixed it during Mario Kart DS and Mario Kart Wii, and I'm saying this
it's more or less
is my favorite Mario Kart game. Mario Kart DS's. Something about that has some of the best tracks in any Mario Kart game to me.
Well, I think a lot of them are actually from the other Mario Kart games. Actually, they're just brought back.
50.
Am I the only one seeing this, or do all the arrow signs have angry eyes?
Well, it's Bowser's Castle. Just about everything has angry eyes. In fact, in the Mario Kingdom, just about everything has eyes. God, just imagine what it must be like going to the bathroom in the Mushroom Kingdom and the toilet's looking at you.
Yeah, just imagine if Mario's testicles had... Okay, censor that out. That was unnecessary. That was unnecessary. I apologize.
That was
actually
very
amazing. It would actually be amazing if Nintendo finally broke down. Okay, no, let me finish. If Nintendo finally broke down and made King Bowser's Coney Island Disco Palace as a racetrack.
Really?
You know how amazing that would be? Just disco balls all over the place. You're on Coney Island, and you're just going across a mansion that looks like Bowser's Castle, and all you hear is bounce, I would so fall in love with that Mario Kart game if they ever did that.
Let's see. Also, you're probably noticing that here I am finally using the drifting, but this is the thing. I was never really that good at drifting, though. I just sort of focused more on steering and when to slow down. That's basically it. Because drifting, you have to use your finger and, well, let's just say it's a bit of multitasking, so it's pretty tricky. Also, here's one more thing that I've noticed, that whenever you're in Bowser's Castle, if you fall off the edge or get hit by something, you always hear Bowser laughing. You know what's ironic? It's when you're playing as Bowser and he falls into lava or something, he's still laughing. So is he laughing at himself?
He could be.
If he falls in the lava, I'm pretty sure it means it's his spa treatment.
Oh, yeah.
That's why he's laughing about
I
it.
can't really play this Bowser much because this card had the worst acceleration.
Either the lava's his spa treatment or he's drowning in diarrhea. I don't know which.
Well, you know what King Koopa said about the mud. He loves it because it's dirty and it's clean at the same time.
Oh, not that movie again.
No,
that's what. What would have been funny is if they actually did make a game based off the movie, based off the game.
They already did that with Street Fighter the movie.
Of course.
Oh, that was brutal.
Didn't see that time.
Yeah, well, like I said,
Oh,
I've played this game.
That's what I
I've
call
played this game for years, but it's been a while since I really have played it. But I have played it for quite some time, but it's been a long time since I've really played anything on GameCube lately. But I have to say, you know, for someone who hasn't played it in, say, maybe two years at most, I think I'm doing pretty well, actually.
Oh,
Yay,
yeah.
goal!
Well, like I said, I'm just a casual gamer, so I don't really care about 100%. All I care about is just getting to the end credits. That's finished enough.
Yeah,
for
I
me.
think we can confirm. Of all 4 of us here on LCD, I can safely confirm with you, I think the professional gamers are probably me and Pedro.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, this is another thing I'm curious about. Why is it the Mario circuit's in the Flower Cup? Why is Luigi's the first one?
Because Luigi is the
Luigi
understudy.
is Billy.
Ah. I see.
Luigi's the understudy, so he goes first.
Yeah, anyway, I stalled again. Well, this is another thing I always like to do. I always like to swap the driver and the back seat rider each time.
Oh,
It's just-
P-Brush dead.
The Mega Banana.
Yeah, also I think it's better when you mix and match because most of the time each driver just basically has an alternate, but they almost have exactly the same move. Like Mario and Luigi have pretty much the same fireball moves, but it's different color.
Well, with Pete,
That's
Piranha,
almost
and King
exactly
Boo,
the
you don't have to
same.
worry at all because they have everybody's specials.
Oh,
Everybody.
should we actually talk about how each individual team has their own special power-up?
Oh,
Mario,
Toad, slow down! Let him get back on!
Dumb shit. There you go.
Well, should we actually talk about how each individual team has their own specific powers? Or
Oh yeah, I just stole a mushroom from Luigi. Yeah, we might as well. So basically, as far as I know, Mario has fireballs. Toad has the boosting mushroom. Peach has hearts, which apparently pick up items or steal them. I think Wario and Waluigi have bombs.
they
Yeah, I
do.
think it's a bomb.
Right.
Bowser has the
Sex
giant
bomb.
Koopa shells. Donkey Kong has giant banana peels.
It's,
Yoshi and Birdo have eggs. I think that the Koopas just basically throw shells. That's all they do, isn't it?
they get the triple shell.
Triple shell. Yeah, and then the baby brothers, they get chain chomps.
I love using that thing.
Oh, you said eggs with Yoshi and Birdo. That reminds me. Eggs. I'm referring to Cat in the Hat, by the way.
I don't get that.
Just the way he says eggs, it's funny.
Eggs.
Well, if you guys already said the power-ups, I actually think my favorite power-up in this game specifically has to be the Koopa shell.
Oh yeah. Which one?
The Bowser shell, the giant,
Oh,
the
the
giant
Bowser.
ass shell.
That
That's
thing,
Bowser
man,
shell.
that thing is destructive.
Oh yeah. Plus, when it breaks open, it drops a few items. Yeah, sometimes it does that. It drops a banana peel, a couple mushrooms, sometimes a Starman.
Oh, you mean the Yoshi Birdo egg?
No, I'm talking about the Bowser shell. It sometimes drops items.
It does?
If it
Yeah, I've
pops
noticed
up,
it drop items. think it
I don't
does.
think
Are you sure? No. I think you're thinking of the Birdo and Yoshi egg.
No, I'm sure the Bowser shell does drop items when it
No,
breaks
I've
open.
never seen it do that.
Yeah, I'm wrong.
I would love to see this if it did that. That'd be kind of cool.
That would be weird.
And you know how all
No,
these
we just
drivers do
like-
really, really strange poses when they win a race?
Yeah, like how come Mario's not falling off as he jumps up and down on that
Video
thing?
game logic, and I was gonna say, my favorite cheer is Wario's, because he just winds his arm around and around like a windmill in the back seat.
Yeah.
That's my
Oh, look, it's Mushroom
Yeah.
City. It has that really interesting Mushroom Bridge music.
Yeah, and we're also going against traffic.
He actually,
Oh yeah, you might remember a few years ago I did a video called Mario and Waluigi running from the police, where I took some clips from the Mario Kart, Double Dash, Power Tennis, and what's the other one? Toadstool Tour Golf. And I made this video of those two basically running from the police. Ouch! I hate that truck, I tell you.
Oh, brutal!
Well, look at that. Mario's getting even with Toad now for dragging him.
Okay, I'll say this. If it's one thing I hate about some of these racetracks, the damn cars!
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Well, like I said, we're going against traffic. This isn't a racetrack. We're up in traffic here.
No,
Jeez, how come the cops are busting us for illegal
in
racing?
Mirror Mode, I think you have to go the opposite way, so you're always gonna have a car running into you.
Yeah! I got hit by a bus there.
well, since Toad was dragging on the road, I was gonna ask, where's this city? West Virginia? Because in West Virginia, you can take home roadkill for dinner.
Oh!
Ew. Ouch.
But yeah, in West Virginia, it's legal to take home roadkill for dinner.
Well, why?
Oh, jeez.
That stuff must be.
I don't think I ever went the same way twice. And you just ran a red light. Get the cops!
Yeah, also, if you ever noticed that there's actually rolling bombs on the road.
Yeah, those are the
yeah.
worst ones for me.
Yeah, you'll see
Actually,
plenty of the ouch.
Actually, Mario Kart Wii's worse than this, because they actually have bomb cars.
Well, those are in here too.
Those things
They
are
are?
a pain
Yeah, of course they are.
Okay,
I
this I have to
a
see.
few minutes
so
ago.
much.
I have to see these bomb cars, because I don't remember much
Well,
about
they're
this
there.
game.
They're on this level and on the mushroom bridge. Like, I think once. There goes one. There's the two of
Oh, I
them.
see them. Okay, I saw them.
Yeah, they appear on this level and they also appear on mushroom bridge.
Kid, you're supposed to go through the do not enter sign.
Oh, have I actually mentioned to you guys I still own the Mario Kart Double Dash game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still have the GameCube game. I just haven't played it.
Well, I still have my GameCube, but I still have most of the game store.
I kicked that butt.
Oh, you know that stoplight you
did
just
too.
passed? Have you noticed it's been flashing yellow the whole time? So what does that mean? Slow down?
There goes a bomb car. There goes the mushroom car.
Oh, what? What?
The mushroom car, you know, you hit it, it spits a mushroom out for you, and you get a little boost.
Yeah, those are
I've
the
never
only
seen
ones
it. I've never seen it push you that far away.
I guess it depends on how hard you hit it.
Huh. I guess it may just be this game, because when they
Oh, there's that Papa again!
when they brought
Yeah!
mushroom. What?
Oh, I finished.
What
You were saying?
brought back the mushroom. When they brought back the mushroom car in Mario Kart, I'd say Mario Kart DS or Wii. The moment you bump into it, you don't get bounced back. You just sort of nudge to the right or left, depending on where you're going.
Oh, here's the Daisy Cruiser.
What?
Hi,
Stop being a
Oh
narcissist.
no! Daisy Cruz! Oh God!
Oh jeez.
Oh, Spawn, I thought you would love
Yeah, that's
it.
right,
It has all the
that's- yeah, I got
sexy
the-
women that you have on Unimobius.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
anyway, I did a successful booster, so yeah, it's just as it changes from 1 to start. That's when you gotta hit the A button.
You know what? It really sucks when I can barely hear what you guys are saying. I hate this internet connection.
We can hear you, Stone, so just talk normally. That's all.
I'm
If that's
trying. I'm
possible.
trying.
They should have had more of the tilting thing in the level instead of just the dining room like that. That would have made this a little more interesting.
I guess so.
Oh, you're not gonna take the bottom route?
Oh, you'll see. Like I said, I have a few surprises in this video. Not as much as my other videos, but you'll see.
Stop spoiling it.
I'm not spoiling anything. I'm just saying, well, expect the well, Actually, with me, expect the expected, but I'm not saying when.
You should have lied to me and said. I mean, you should have lied to us and said that there weren't any surprises.
Actually, you know what? I'm trying to figure out if this game did this racetrack come back in Mario Kart 7?
I think so.
I don't know.
Yeah, because I think I remember racing on this track in Mario Kart 7. Oh, by the way, I have not played Mario Kart 7. Okay, no, I have played Mario Kart 7, but whenever I'm playing online, no one chooses this track.
I hate playing.
Oh, by the way, isn't Dry Bones and Rob playable in those games?
What?
Rob and Dry Bones?
Yeah, you can. I think you can. No, you can't play as Dry Bones in that game. You can't play as Dry Bones in 7.
Yeah, that reminds me. The other day I was at a place called Entertainment Overload. They actually have Dry Bone plushies out now.
Dry Bone floaties.
What an oxymoron
Plushies.
that is.
You know, a plush toy, like the Koopa Troopas, but it's a Dry Bone.
It's one of the biggest oxymorons I've ever heard.
I didn't know they had Dry Bones plushies.
Yeah. Although I have to say though, today plush toys, unless you get them over in Japan, they don't look as good. They're really cheaply made.
Try and Amazon seems to have them. Like, if
The really good ones seem
have
to
them,
come
it's
from
probably
Japan
just
for
the
some
consumer price that's in whatever country you're in.
But no, I was looking at them. They just don't look that good. They get those cheap carnival prizes sometimes.
Interesting.
But you know, I guess if you want a really good one, I guess you have to get them from like over in Japan, like through the internet. Ow!
And wait a
I hate
That
those
was
things.
dickish placement!
And you make fun of women drivers.
Oh, by the way, there's something else I gotta tell you. You ever notice that when you successfully hit someone with a shell or a banana peel, you'll often see the one who threw it, you know, sort of cheering a little bit?
Yay.
That's
Look
funny.
at me! I'm going to throw away the block down there with the mushroom, so when you get the boost, you're going to go kaplowy! Oh, sorry.
Daddy. Well, you're in dry desert, home of the famous Ahmed Dry Bones.
Yeah, home to the famous Tutton Koopa!
Dashing through the sand with a bomb strapped to my
This is
back.
Egypt, not Iraq.
I have a nasty plan for Christmas. What?
This is Egypt, not Iraq.
Okay.
Oh, that's same
You know that
thing.
giant
It's a desert.
sand pit
What's the
in the
difference?
middle?
No, it is.
Ahmed,
very
will you get
different.
out of here? Screw you.
Hey, you know that giant sand pit?
Yeah?
I've seen what's down there.
Oh, what's down there?
A giant piranha plant.
Ah.
You know what we
by the
honestly
way,
need
yeah.
playing right now?
What?
I'm like,
We just have, we need to get the Super Mario Brothers 3 Desertland music playing in here.
okay.
Maybe. I could probably put that in. That reminds me, actually, most of my Ahmed Dry Bones use you know, the desert themes. I think I used the theme from this level in one of the videos.
Wait a minute. Oh!
Most of them.
Now I remember where this is from. They brought this back in Mario Kart Wii.
Oh, did they?
I think they did. I don't
By the way, you know
recognize it by the tornado, because I think there was a tornado stage in Mario Kart Wii.
Let's see. So apparently the hills have eyes.
Watch out!
Just like the trees have eyes. Everything has eyes in this world.
Is everything in the Mario
Never
world
seen-
alive?
Seems that way.
Well,
Yeah,
you're
did you know
alive.
that found
Like I was saying
eyes?
before. What?
Every now and then you'll see the ground will have eyes.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think
yeah.
that's
The trees have
the company
eyes, the
name.
hills have eyes, the clouds. The world is watching you.
Okay.
Oh my god!
Hey, I know what.
We need the Matrix!
I know a little trick you can do on this course.
What?
If you have a star, you can actually drive right through the quicksand pit.
Ah.
Wait a
I know
second.
that if you have
I think
a fireball, you can take out the pokies there. You just
What?
they'll just fall
I
apart.
think there's a bigger problem here. Everything
What?
has eyes, right?
Yes.
That means Big Plumber is watching you.
Oh yes. Big plumber's watching you.
Oh no!
Oh my
next thing you
god,
know
this is George Orwell's 1984.
No,
Next thing you know,
1984,
Stalin's gonna be watching
The
me.
year after Mario moved from Donkey Kong and then moved on to Mario Brothers?
You know, that kind of reminds me of something they said to us when I started college. Whenever you're on their server, they say Big Brother is watching.
Ah yes. Yeah, it's from that George Orwell book, 1984. Which coincidentally is the year I was born, and next week it's my 28th birthday, so we'll probably be doing something special that night.
Yes.
I'm not saying what, but we might do something.
Holy cow, if you actually fell behind now, it would be insane.
Indeed.
I just wish that shipping from the US to Canada wouldn't take so long.
You just keep winning first place. Damn,
Oh,
nice point.
He's on 50cc stall, you gotta keep in mind.
Yeah, I'm playing it pretty much in normal mode, or easy,
Actually,
or whatever.
normal is pretty much actually 100 cc's.
Ah, I see.
Wait.
Oh, there's a joke I have got.
That's the only Mario Kart game where they have an all-cup mode.
Okay, there's
Is
one.
it? Really?
There's always this one line I love to use on this course.
Yes?
You have to wait for a moment.
Oh, yay! Another stage that came back in Mario Kart Wii. DK Jungle.
No, it's Six Flags stalling.
What?
Yeah. I just have thought, I know why you guys like this level so much, especially when you play as Peach and Daisy. Unfortunately, all you see... No, not gonna say it.
Shut your potty mouth.
You know what I'm gonna say, I ain't gonna say it.
Keep your potty mouth shut.
I'm not saying it!
I can barely hear.
I'm not saying it.
I swear, when I was a kid, every time I shot that mountain, I would go, I am not very, very angry.
Look out for those cereal chunks that fall down the mountain.
Yeah.
Alright. This
You're
course
cuckoo
is
for
a...
Cocoa Puffs.
Oh, I actually have a story about this bridge.
Yes?
Oh, man. Okay, so me and a couple friends were playing Mario Kart Double Dash a couple years back. And we were doing this in, we were actually doing this in Grand Prix mode. We were on this track. Me and a friend were in first place.
Yeah.
And the worst thing happened. Red shell, blue shell,
Red?
thunder,
Oh!
chop.
Oh, man.
We got, okay, we went from first place.
I've heard of the double whammy, but that's the first quadruple whammy I've ever heard of.
I think this is one of the worst courses to get hit with a blue shell. The turns are so tight, that thing will screw you up badly.
And look at that, I just narrowly dodging banana peels, too.
I remember when I was playing Yoshi's Valley on the DS version, or whatever that course is called, I got hit with a blue shell and a red shell at the same time just before the finish line. It pushed me across the line to finish in first. So that was good use of a blue shell
Okay,
that
that
time.
is crazy.
That actually helped me win.
That is so
see.
crazy.
Mario, stop shaking your butt. Get back on the course, there you go.
He's lucky he's not falling off.
Well, at least you can't be hit with blue shells and lightning bolts when you're up there.
At least there aren't any drildos
sure?
in this game.
Hey, what?
Drildos.
Oh, right. Yeah, drill those.
Well,
Don't give him any ideas.
huh?
Drill you weren't here for our Mega Man 2 commentary. There was
Oh, those
something
things.
Yeah, drill those, we call them.
Typical Stalin Usher, that's all I gotta say. And great work, you got stuck
Come on,
the
get
rail.
around there. Don't get stuck. Don't fall behind. Okay, we just gotta make it across the bridge here without falling. Yeah!
For all who like Stalin Usher, please be patient, but he is experiencing technical difficulties.
Okay,
Oh,
okay,
oh,
okay,
you know how
okay.
close that was? I really wiped down the bridge there. I hit the banana peel, but of course I'm so far ahead of everybody else, so...
Jeez, you
Okay,
beat them by about
Funny,
16
even after you wipe
seconds.
out when you're subbing, they still just dance.
Okay,
around.
wait. Can you guys hear me now, or am I still?
Yes! Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Huh? Okay.
Yes, we're on Waluigi Stadium now, so...
Yeah, and you guys can't tell, my internet connection is bad right now.
I think the first
I don't
time I
know.
ever saw Waluigi was when I played Mario Party 4.
Yeah, it was mine too, I think. I think he originally debuted in Mario Tennis, actually.
Yeah, Luigi debuted in Mario Tennis.
Yeah, and that's when Daisy returned as well.
Actually, you know what? He's actually one of the main. He's the only main character in the Mario franchise to be introduced in a spin-off title.
Yeah.
No, wait. I don't mean spin-off title. He's the only one to be introduced in a party game.
Sporting game. Party, sporting,
No,
whatever.
party game, sports game. What?
Whatever.
I wonder, why hasn't Waluigi ever
Oh,
shown up in a platformer? That'd be interesting.
I don't know.
Because he's not important. He doesn't contribute anything but mayhem.
Well, that's the of course this is the ironic thing. He hasn't appeared in any of the Wario games either. He hasn't even appeared in WarioWare when you think about it. He's supposed to be Wario's brother or partner or something.
I don't know.
Sidekick.
He calls them the Wario brothers, but I don't know.
Whatever. That's another thing. What do you think Peach and Daisy's relationships? Do you think they have any relationship, or are they just good friends?
I think they're just good friends.
I
still think they're cousins.
How to answer that? Double
I think they're cousins, actually.
Double mushroom! What does it mean?
Hey, Stalin! Stalin! Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, double mushroom power!
I was thinking about that too, but I was really thinking about double mushroom.
Uh...
Oh, what the hell? See? That's what I mean. That's what I mean. That's what happened to me on DK Jungle. Only it was thunder, red shell, blue shell, chain chomp. It was exactly like that.
Ooh, that has to suck.
I
Pedro.
really happened in these games.
Are you even there, Pedro?
I think he's dead.
Apparently he's... I don't know what to say right now.
The Andrew's running, but no one's behind him. Yeah, he must have either stepped out or something.
Sounds like it kind of sounds like what I have to do almost every day during the winter now. My stupid car seems to have problems warming up.
Let's see.
I swear.
It just feels like, well, I don't know, the cold weather does that to a car engine for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, don't you watch A Christmas Story?
Nah, not really.
I mean, that guy's car froze up all the time.
I've seen a few episodes of the Red Green Show where they're trying to get a car to start in the wintertime. I remember on Adventures with Bill once, he empties like 2 cans of this quick start thing into the engine and it just blows up. Now we're into Sherbert land with the Skating Shy Guys. Oh, by the way, did you know that the Ice Capades did a Mario special?
I had no idea.
It's pretty lame. I gotta tell you, it's pretty lame. In fact,
No!
it has...
You want to know the best part about those Ice Capades?
What?
Freaking Luigi with that box!
Yeah, Mario didn't do anything! Luigi just had some kind of bazooka thing or whatever, and Peach is talking like Mae West or
A
whatever
bloody
that
ice
name was.
crack.
His Koopa looked terrible. That was the...
When Luigi
I don't know
came out and it's like,
Dennis
hold on,
Hopper's
the
King Koopa
Dennis
or
Hopper
that
server
guy.
you, and he ends up blowing the living shit out of everything. Like, I have to tell you, I honestly think that's the greatest thing Luigi's ever done.
I was frozen today!
Makes perfect sense.
Oh my god!
You know what? Yeah, that really sucks when you're throwing fireballs and the only one that ends up burning is yourself.
If there's one thing I hate racing on, it has to be ice.
Oh yeah, ice ain't nice.
Well, not only was I frozen today, but I was screwed over today.
Yeah, I burned myself. I was burned and frozen.
Ice was in Sonic Rider Zero Gravity.
Oh, I hate Sonic Riders. Don't mention that. In fact, I'm just gonna make this perfectly clear. Sonic Riders is never gonna appear on LCD. It does not exist!
Hey!
That's how bad it is!
It's a stupid hoverboard game. It's no racing game. I'm a racing game aficionado.
Hey, back to Mario Kart.
I'm gonna say this now, since you guys made the reference.
Riders, no!
Sonic Riders, to me, is a sort of okay game. I kind of like the story. The cutscenes are rather entertaining.
That announcer is
I
freaking
honestly
annoying.
prefer-
Oh, he missed the guest round. Yeah,
Hey.
shut up, Oma Chow.
Wait. Finish.
Hey, go ahead.
I was trying to say is I personally prefer Zero Gravity a little more. I'm not too much into the original game, and I really think the fatal flaw of Free Riders has to be the fact that it's on the Kinect.
Oh, yes.
That's the fatal
Well, at least
flaw.
here on Mario Kart, you don't have to worry about your car running out of gas and then picking it up and running and then having to recharge the thing. And by the time you get back in the race, you're in freaking last place and everybody's finished a lap ahead of you. Imagine if they did that in this. You had to get out, start pushing your cart to get it going again.
I'm actually kind of glad they decided to fix that problem in Zero Gravity.
Yeah.
Zero Gravity doesn't really have that fault. I think if you run out of a certain... I guess if you run out of the gravity thing, it's not too much of a problem because you can still race. You don't have to technically run to a refill booth.
Right. I mean, seriously, that was stupid in a racing game.
Yeah,
in a Sonic racing game,
nonetheless.
You know, I hate to say this, and I know probably everyone's going to disagree with me, but Sonic R was a hell of a lot better than Sonic Riders. I stand by that.
You want to know what's better than both of them?
What?
Sonic and Sega All-Star Racing.
Well, naturally.
It's not Sega, Stalin.
Seriously, I'll summon a fury of blue shells.
Well, naturally, that's just basically a Mario Kart knockoff with Sega characters.
I know, I know it's called Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transform, but I prefer Sega in it. It sounds a little better.
I also have a few other kart racing.
Well, you're politically incorrect then.
Pac-Man World Rally.
Alright,
I have Crash Tag Team Racing and Crash Nitro Kart. They're pretty good, but they are essentially Mario Kart knockoffs, but they're pretty decent nonetheless.
Hey, you know, Keith? You
want to know who else tried to do a Mario Kart?
What?
Mortal Kombat. I'm not kidding. In Mortal Kombat Armageddon, they have this little mini game called Motor Combat. Well,
just imagine how that
I would say it's not really like a Mario Kart ripoff because there's very few characters to play as, very few tracks, and there's only like one item for every character.
Yeah, and all I gotta say is Armageddon out of here.
Yeah, and I think they only made that.
Bruce Almighty, that's what I was referring to.
I see.
I swear, this is one of the weirdest tracks I've ever been on, I think.
It's one of the biggest, that's why you're only 2 laps. I hate that.
Oh man!
I hate when that happens. That's what really sucks is when you're going up the ramp and you get hit from behind, then you lose all your momentum and you got nowhere to go but down.
I swear! It's
Luckily, I catch up with
How in the world did they get that good accuracy?
Don't worry, I'm gonna catch up with those two. I'll show them. I'll show those 2 women drivers.
Don't get too sexist. We don't want
the
rights community coming after us.
There's one thing I hate
we're just kidding, by the way. This is all just
tongue-in-cheek. And CPU opponents. It's like they get super cheap every time adjusting.
Well, Keith, you know what you should do next in terms of racing games?
What?
Crash Tag Team Racing, the worst Crash racing game ever.
Actually, I have to contradict you on that, Stone. I actually did like that game. I only played it once, though. I played the whole story, but it's freaking hilarious. It is so funny.
I'll be honest,
I especially like
really
that one attack where you throw that fireball and you say, "Yeah!"
Well, I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I really don't like Crash Tag Team Racing. The racing mechanics seem a little bit too much like this game, and...
Stone, I think you're thinking of Nitro Kart.
Huh?
There's 2 games. Actually, there's 3 Crash racing games. There's Crash Tag, there's what's it called? Crash Tag Race, Team Racing. And there's Crash Nitro Kart, which is pretty much a knockoff of this. And then there's Tag Team Racing, where you can actually merge your vehicle with an opponent.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
So actually, Tag Team Racing is a knockoff of Double Dash.
Wait a minute, Crash
But
Tag
they're both
Team
really
Racing
fun, though.
It's almost like Mario Kart Double Dash. You are essentially using 2 characters, but you have to crash into them.
Exactly, yes. But it's really funny. It is the funniest thing.
I don't know. If I wanted a funny Crash game, I'd play Twin Sanity again.
Well, actually, I think, that's the ironic thing. I think Tag Team Racing came out after Twin Sanity because all the characters are pretty much designed around that. But this is the thing. It's on GameCube, but for some reason Twin Sanity isn't on GameCube. And I think we've already covered that.
Actually, from what I heard, they actually weren't planning out a port of the game. They're actually planning out a GameCube port of Twin Sanity, but what happened is that they were running out of time and there were developmental issues with the GameCube port, so it never happened.
Well, they got it on Xbox and PlayStation. I think it had more to do with the sales of Wrath of Cortex.
Hey, a Yoshi copter!
But anyway, maybe we'll get around
to the Yoshi copter! Yoshi! Yoshi!
No, now that I think about it, I think that was a reference to Yoshi's Island, I think it was.
Yeah.
The one for the one with Baby Mario in it.
Yeah, Yoshi's Island.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Oh, I think you guys clearly already know what the shape of the racetrack is.
Yeah, it's shaped like, Oh yeah, it does look familiar. You know what it looks like?
What?
It looks a lot like P. Piranha.
It's like what?
Oh, ha! Okay!
Yeah, thank you very much, Captain Obvious.
Yeah, we already know what it's
No,
shaped
there's
like.
actually a shortcut somewhere on this track, but it's very risky.
What is it?
Well, there's a secret tunnel somewhere, and you actually have to shoot right off a cliff.
Yeah, what you have to do is boost off a cliff, and you'll find a hole that's in the wall by the water, and then once you go down there, you'll come out that red shell that's by that hairpin turn.
Oh, so, Sam, do you realize what you just said?
Take a shortcut.
I'm not even gonna talk
I
to you.
think,
just about it
I
now.
think I just figured out what you're saying. You're saying that you have to go in Yoshi's mouth and then come out his ass.
Wrong-o. Wrong-o.
Kind of makes sense when you think about it, because that's how he deals with enemies and makes eggs.
Keith, I thought you were the king of Kphoria, not the king of the potty mouth club.
Well, humor is part of Euphoria, and well... hey, you gotta laugh at
That
something.
boost didn't last very long.
You know?
Okay, enough about that. But yeah, you come out that shell area right there, I think.
I see. Right.
Or somewhere around there.
Well, of course, now we're on his tail, so now we're getting around his rear end.
Shut up! You need
Shut up!
You need to go back to science class.
Well, we're trying to argue logic in a game that... Well, let's just say we're trying to argue logic in a Mario game.
Try applying logic to almost any video game.
Exactly. The only kind of logic that applies is cartoon
You know,
logic.
I actually read an article where they did something like that with Halo.
I see. Oh, here we go, Mushroom Bridge.
Oh, this course is boring.
Yeah, you ever try to go over the archway of the bridge? It is hard as hell.
I've been able to
yes,
do it a few
I've
times, but
tried
I've just
that,
given
and
up
it's
on it.
insanely hard.
It
Trust
is.
me, it's not worth trying.
Unless you're an expert.
You either...
Hey! The shortcut! The awesome shortcut in this race! Or are you gonna show it off?
It might. We'll see.
I never enjoyed that.
You mean right there? That one? You'll see.
No, I know where
you
the
actually
shortcut
go on
is.
the other side of
It's
that.
a bomb car again.
So, Pedro, are you still alive?
Thank you. Just can't. Oh, white
Oh,
Look at
there's
that,
one
look at that
fun.
Toad's yelling at her and giving her the
I
finger.
guess me and Pedro are suffering technical difficulties, so yeah.
Hopefully he'll join us next time.
Nice shot.
He's still technically
I'm always
bad. He's just suffering some really bad issues.
Guys.
What was
By
the
the way, did
point of
you see
that
that-
clip?
He said he yelled Bob. Don't you remember in the movie?
Oh, yes, yeah.
I love that scene.
Bob! He was yelling.
I don't know about you, but that... I don't know about you, Keith, but having that riff track done was such torture. I know, I'm just over-exaggerating because I like you to make fun of me.
It's not hard.
So I allow you, Stalin, and Pedro to make fun of me out of everybody.
What?
No, we're just kidding.
Hey, you know,
But I'm telling you, if you threaten to kill me, our friendship is over, boy.
I think one of these.
Terrorist tour. You're
I
terrorist.
know.
That's fun stuff.
I have no idea what
there is
he
it. Oh!
said right now.
Hit him again.
Oh.
So is this the shortcut you were talking about? Where you go over the hill there?
You can go over that hill.
Oh, dang it.
I mean, is that the shortcut you were talking about?
No, that's not the shortcut. I don't think that's the one Stalin was talking about. I think it was that pipe by the starting line.
I think you can detonate those. Oh!
Oh, by the way, you know that truck there? Actually, I think it says Super Mario Chocolate or something, and it has like the 8-bit version of Mario on there.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I said.
I didn't hear you because I was talking. Next time. Well, at least on this course, we're going with the flow of traffic. Yeah, oh, here it comes now.
Yeah, you won. Big surprise.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, see, it's got the 8-bit Koopas and Goombas. Yeah.
Now for the ultimate course of torture.
No, this course isn't that bad.
Yeah, when you're not going too fast, it's not bad. But when you're going 150 cc's, well, you better know what you're doing.
My video froze.
Oh, if you're new to the course, then yes, it's very hard.
Yeah.
No, this isn't hard for me on 150cc at all, really.
Guys, how far into the video?
We're at 5024. We're on Rainbow Road.
Shiny.
Guys,
Drift.
I
So, the edge.
swear.
so
Rainbow Road is always the hardest track.
Well, naturally. It's always the final track.
That's why Rainbow Road's my
you
favorite.
tell me when we're on
All
50.
artists.
You know how hard it was for me to actually beat that stupid staff ghost in Mario Kart Wii?
What?
It was super hard.
I almost thought at first that the whole road is nothing but these boosters. Imagine if that were the case.
Everyone and their mother told me that. Wait, we're on Rainbow Road, right?
Yes, we're at 51 minutes in.
And I've actually unlocked every extra staff ghost on Wii.
Let's see.
Yeah, up there.
I don't know. I haven't really unlocked. I've unlocked a few things, but I don't know. I sort of gave up on Mario Kart Wii a long time ago. I haven't played it in the longest time. I might get around to it one day. In fact, that's something else we're all planning eventually to do. We're all gonna try to do a 4-way Let's Play of the Mario Kart Wii online if we can actually stay connected.
Yeah, and if Pedro can get his hands on a copy of the game.
Yeah.
There's only one thing I always wonder on this course. Are they in the sky, or are they in space?
If they were in space, they'd be suffocating right now. So I think they're just probably way up in the sky. Probably just near the stratosphere where the air is very,
Yeah,
very
there's a
thin.
city just below.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Mushroom City. You know, where all those bomb cars and Wiggler trucks are driving around.
Out of my way!
See, it's when you get to Mario Kart Wii that you're in outer space.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are we?
FYI for anybody who wants to get Wii, if you have a safe.
Are we still
almost done.
recording for the Mario Kart?
Yes.
Yeah, we're on Rainbow
Look at that, I
Road.
got a star, man.
Okay.
Okay. For anybody who wants to get Mario Kart Wii, there's a special character you can unlock, and there are two methods. One is insanely hard. Two, just have a save file of Super Mario Galaxy.
Oh, you mean Rosalina?
Yes. If you have a save file
Yeah, I got her.
of Super
You
Mario
know, the
Galaxy,
strange thing
you will
is, she's a
unlock-
heavy type. She's a heavy type for some reason.
Probably because
Yeah,
Luma
sure.
follows her.
Or she's giant.
You know, when that actually happens, a lot of people make comics and pictures about that.
I see.
So
I wonder why Pauline hasn't been in any of the Mario sporting games. I mean, she's come back recently in the Mario vs. Donkey Kong series, so why not bring her into the kart and sports and party games?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I kind of like her. I mean,
I think the first time
they
I've
need
ever
more brunette
seen
women in
Pauline
this
was when I
series.
got Mario vs. Donkey Kong 2 March of the Minions.
yeah.
I swear, that game is hard if you're trying to shoot for all the gold stars.
Yes.
I've only ever gotten all the silver.
No! You want to talk hard? I actually played Mario vs. Donkey Kong, and that is got to be one of the hardest Mario games I ever played. In fact, I almost didn't bother trying to do the second half because there's this one part where you gotta get the mini Mario through without getting burned.
Oh,
I hate
these
that
are a
part.
nightmare.
And then once you get through it, the rest of it isn't really that hard, and the final boss fight's pretty well worth it. In fact, I actually have the, I'm still looking for a copy of the original Game Boy Donkey Kong. I do have the Virtual Console version, and it was really good. It was a lot of fun. In fact, I didn't get game over once in it.
Still ongoing.
It was fun, though. It was challenging, but it wasn't as hard as the second one was, though. But it was fun, though.
Yeah, it was a pain. In fact,
I wouldn't say it's a pain. I'd say it's just a challenge.
I got the World
that's all.
3 in the X levels or whatever it's called. I was so frustrated getting that stinking mini Mario. I literally had to go online.
Well, I do that all the time when I get stuck. You know, but still.
Yeah, Keith likes those dancers.
So, if we're still racing on Rainbow Road...
So we're done.
At the reward ceremony.
Oh, okay, fine. I'll just say what I was going to say about Rainbow Road. Everyone and their grandmas told me this is the best theme for Rainbow Road in of all the Mario games, and I have to tell you, I personally prefer Mario Kart 7's Rainbow Road track theme.
Yeah, it's too bad we don't have one of those devices like those Let's Players and speedrunners have for recording DS footage.
Oh, they actually do. There is a capturing device for the 3DS, but believe me, it costs a lot of money to get.
Yeah, I'm guessing that. That's probably why you can't find, say, a Future Shop or Walmart.
Well, it's just recent. Like, someone, I think it was one person who ended up making it just recently, and it goes up to about $400, $500, and something like that.
Just to record the footage. Jeez.
Yeah, it's a capturing device, but you have to install it into the 3DS. So, not only that, but you actually have to buy another 3DS just for this capture device. And let me tell you, if you're not made of money, you shouldn't get it.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Yeah, so anyway, I got the credits rolling, and
I guess doing a playthrough of Paper Mario Sticker Star would be almost impossible then.
Well, maybe not. Unless you got a steady hand or a very good camera.
I've actually beaten the game twice already.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for Christmas and my birthday, and I don't know if I am going to get it for either, because it's starting to sound like they've sold out in my area.
Yeah, and I guess
who knows?
Are we now officially done with Mario Kart Double Dash?
Just about. We're almost finished with the credits. So, any final thoughts?
Well, okay, Mario Kart Double Dash wasn't exactly the greatest Mario Kart game, but I guess this was one of the first games where I truly got that Mario Kart experience. Because I'm gonna say this now, I threw away my cartridge for Mario Kart Super Circuit.
Why?
I did not like that game. It really was an awful. Okay, it's not an awful game, but I really didn't enjoy it. Double Dash was one of those games that, granted, I sucked at it. I did beat it. I got through every single CC, unlocked every single character at the lowest grade possible, but still, it was a fun game. It's a really, really fun game.
Oh, yeah, it's very satisfactory.
If any of you want, you should petition the Nintendo to release this game on the Virtual Console. I've heard that they're making GameCube games for the Wii U, for the Virtual Console, so it's gonna happen.
Can I get my thoughts out now?
Go ahead.
This Mario Kart always holds a lot of memories for me since I used to play with my siblings. How bloody insane it was to unlock everything. And the most unique thing that has never been replicated in a Mario Kart, the All Cup Tour. Nintendo! Why you don't make another All Cup Tour? That'd be awesome!
I actually almost forgot about the All Cup Tour, and I was at first going to do like 4 different videos of each course, but then I remembered this has all the courses in one run, so I figured do that.
Oh yeah.
And I was originally going to do it with the special cart, but then I just decided, you know what, I don't want to show off too much, and like I said, I did use the action replay to unlock all the leftover extra stuff I couldn't be bothered to legitimately unlock, but I only use action replay as the very last resort. But other than that, I would have to say Mario Kart Double Dash is perhaps one of my absolute favorite games outside the main series. I used to play a lot of the sporting and party games, but eventually I just sort of got away from them and I just forgot about them. But this is one game that will always have a place with me. brings back a lot of nostalgia for me. It's very satisfying. It's very fun. It's perfect for if you just want to play something for an hour or so to kill a little time or just have a little fun. It's well worth it. In fact, I remember there's another story I have. I remember one time my second cousin was over, and I guess she has a copy of Mario Kart Wii. And I've always played Mario Kart Wii with the GameCube controller, and I guess she played with the Wii remote. And I guess she wasn't that good. She was only like 6 or so. I was beating her easily, so I decided to let her try using the GameCube remote, and she was trying to steer with it. I mean, seriously, move the remote itself, not the stick, the whole thing like it was the steering wheel. It was pretty funny, though.
I actually play with the wheel.
I just prefer using the GameCube controller. It just gives me more control, I think. So that was basically Mario Kart Double Dash. We hope you enjoyed that, and we hope you'll tune in next week for our special. And if you want to wish me happy birthday next week, it's next Friday, go ahead.
One thing I must
watching.
say before we wrap this up. We are not liable for any bad driving habits you may have learned from this video.
And remember, don't drink and drive.
Oh, wait! Can I say something before the commentary ends?
Yes.
Yeah, something about Mario Kart Double Dash. I recommend tag team racing because we just end the commentary here. I don't know.
We already covered that, Stalin. Okay, thanks for watching.